Hello everyone. This is Advocate Aashi Pawar. I am the Senior Legal Associate at NRI Legal Services. This video is with the perspective to provide information to the NRIs who are looking for home loans in India and considering making investments in India. The most attractive market for non-resident Indians, NRIs, to invest in India in the modern day and age is the real estate market. In addition to the financial returns, it also gives them the opportunity of keeping themselves connected with their roots. NRIs are prohibited from investing in agricultural land or deploying investment in farmhouses without the Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI's permission. In such cases, RBI's consent is not guaranteed. To have a home in India is a dream of every Indian living abroad, and to make their wish come true, NRIs can avail home loans from various banks in India. An NRI is an Indian who has lived abroad for 183 days or longer and is not a permanent resident of India. An NRI can get a home loan just like any other Indian resident. Non-resident Indians are also permitted to invest in commercial real estate following the guidelines of the Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI. However, these properties can only be purchased according to FEMA, that is Foreign Exchange Management Act guidelines. Firstly, we will discuss availing the home loans by NRIs. There are various reasons for which NRIs usually take housing loans: to purchase a flat or a house, or for acquiring land to construct a house on it, for buying an additional house or undertaking the renovation, expansion, or even a repair of an existing house. Now, let's discuss what is the eligibility criteria for NRIs to avail home loans. Number 1. A minimum work experience of 2 years of the country where the individual is a resident of. Number 2, the income and educational qualifications are the main determining factors in deciding the extent of the loan amount that the NRI is eligible for. One thing which is to be considered here is that the income of your spouse can also make your home loan application stronger, but only if you are taking a joint loan. Number 3, the general term and tenure of the loan extends around 20 to 30 years. Number 4, the loan value shall be dependent on the source of income of the individual and his or her age. Generally, banks provide home loan up to the value of 80 to 85% of the total value of the property. Number 5, the income taken into consideration to further calculate the home loan eligibility is the income that has been earned in India plus any repatriable income, that is income from abroad. Number 6, what are the documents required for availing the home loans? Copies of passport, valid visa, work permit, contract of employment, work experience certificate, salary certificate, and statements of NRE or NRO accounts, which are also known as non-resident external or non-resident ordinary accounts. Then comes the repayment of home loans by NRIs. The Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI, has laid down some important guidelines with respect to the repayments of the loans given to the NRIs. It lays down that NRE or NRO accounts must be used for the purpose of repayment of the loan. In case an individual is unable to pay back the loan that has been taken, it is important to note that the loan has been provided by the bank against the property. Therefore, the bank has the authority to seize the property in case an individual defaults on his payments. Then comes the limit on purchase of these properties. It is important to note that the Indian government has laid down that NRIs can own residential properties even if they are being used as a rented accommodation by someone else. Also, there is no restriction provided by the Government of India on commercial properties being owned by the NRIs. All the NRIs should be aware of the intricacies involved in availing the home loans, which are very, very important. These are firstly, NRIs need to understand the taxation laws for both the countries, that is India and the country of their residence. Secondly, NRIs would also need to be mindful of the currency fluctuations as well, because their loan amount against their home loan would be in rupees, but their income would be in a foreign currency. Thirdly, NRIs need to ensure that they are updated on all the latest FEMA and RBI guidelines and policies that have been issued by the Indian government from time to time. Fourthly, the income of an NRI that has been generated in India shall be taxed in India by the Income Tax Department as per their tax liabilities. Sometimes it is seen that the home loan applied by the NRI is rejected by the bank or non-banking finance company. Let us see what could be the reasons for rejection of home loans. First, if the credit score of an NRI is not satisfactory, the loan is likely to be rejected. Then another reason is if the source of income is unstable or his or her job is temporary in nature. Then comes if the documentation which is provided is incomplete. Then if there is a forgery of any kind involved with the documents. The loan is also likely to be rejected if the property involved is unapproved by the banks or is not up to their satisfaction. Then if you do not get no due certificate from your previous lenders. Then if you have a history with insolvency. Therefore, we can conclude that NRIs can get a home loan just like any other Indian resident by any Indian bank or any non-banking financial company. As far as the interest rate goes, the interest rate for the NRIs is slightly higher and the time and term of the loan is lower because the earning capacity of the NRIs is generally considered to be superior than the ordinary residents of the country, which further ensures a higher paying capability. The second part of this video is about the investments in India made by NRIs. So, in the real estate market, many steps taken by the current regime, including demonetization, discouraging cash transactions, then establishing RERA and increasing vigilance, have created a conducive environment for above board transactions. As a result, the residential property market that was largely driven by the cash and black money has now been decimated and is only a shadow of what it used to be. This has resulted in a marked shift of interest of NRIs to invest in real estate projects. Due to the fact that most of the tenants are corporate entities that are audited, all transactions take place through the proper channels and are in compliance with the law. There are many factors that one must consider before investing in real estate, whether you are an NRI or not. First of all, the NRIs can avoid a lot of legal risks with the proper legal title of the property. It is always better to check the legal status independently through a legal attorney. Then, a no due certificate and occupancy certificate from local authorities should be duly obtained to satisfy that the property does not have any encumbrances upon it and is capable of occupancy. Further, while investing in real estate, one must not rely only on the information provided by the property owners or brokers or property platforms, but verify independently through reliable sources. The most important factor is the location of the real estate, which would make all the difference in its rental profits, occupancy, footfalls, accessibility, and price. To conclude, it can be said that making investment in a real estate by the NRIs should be made after considering all the pros and cons and only if it fits in their overall investment philosophy. I hope this video is informative and will be useful to all the NRIs. If you like this video, please like, share and comment and subscribe to our channel. Further, if you have any query, then write to us at query@nrilegalservices.com. Thank you so much for watching this video.